Fancy and show-off skill moves can be really fun to use in EAFC24, and to be fair, there's some fancy skill moves that can be effective in-game at the same time. So how can you perform a skill move that is fancy and effective at the same time? Well, today on this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the top 5 most fancy and effective skill moves to use in EAFC24. So on this video, I'm going to show you 5 different skill moves that are actually really fancy to perform in EAFC24, and they can be effective at the same time. Of course, I'm going to show you how to do the skill move, when to do the skill move, and how to get the best out of these skill moves. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into the video, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like on this video, that will be always appreciated. And if you are looking to buy FC24 coins and build your dream team, head over to lotpar.gg. With lotpar.gg, you can safely buy FC24 coins with fast delivery, cheap, and 100% safe with over 4.7 rating on Trustpilot. Link in the description. And now let's jump straight into the video. Just quick note, I'm not including any Trickstar skills on this video. They require the Trickstar playstyle. They are fancy to be fair, and they can be effective, but on this video I'm not including any Trickstar skills. So let's move on into the video and start things up with the first skill move. We have got the Triple Elastico, a skill move that requires a player that has got 5-star skill moves, which is really fancy just by the name of it, Triple Elastico, and it can be really effective for you in game if you know when to use it. Now, to perform it in game, it's hard, I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's the reason why we don't see it that much in EAFC24. Keep your eyes on the controller point of view and how I'm performing it in game. Let's say you are moving with your player to the right. What you have to do, flick your right stick from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then quickly from 12 o'clock half a circle to 6 o'clock. So basically you have to move your right stick quarter circle and then again half a circle. And if you did not understand anything, I don't blame you, because I didn't understand anything from myself, to be honest. It's really hard to explain, so the best thing you can do is to see how I'm performing it using the controller point of view. And like I said, it's a skill mode that can be really effective in game. Now we see the reverse elastico and we see the normal elastico every day in FC24, but for the triple elastico we don't see it that much. And that's the reason why it can be really effective for you in game, because no one will expect this skill move to be performed in game. For the second skill move, we have got the fake drag back, one of the most famous fancy skill moves out there, and if I'm being honest with you, it's not that easy to perform in game. If you want to perform it, you have to be using a player that has got 5-star skill moves. And to perform it in game, first thing first, you have to perform the drag back skill move. If you don't know how to perform the drag back skill move, if you are on PlayStation, basically hold the R1 and the L1 button and then move your player with the left stick backward. Now when your player is performing the drag back, you have to be quick. First thing, you have to flick your left stick half a circle up, don't hold on it, just a quick flick. And then you have to hold your left stick down, that's if you want to go down with him. And if you want to go up with him, perform the drag back. While your player is performing the drag back, you have to be quick and flick your left stick down and then hold it up. Now I know it sounds hard, it's not really easy to explain, so this is the controller point of view. Keep your eyes on the controller point of view and how I'm performing it in game. If you are on Xbox, same thing, hold the RB and the LB button, move your player backward, and then while your player is performing the drag back, flick your left stick half a circle up and then quickly hold it down. One of the most famous fancy skill moves, as we all know about the fake drag back, but at the same time it's not that easy to perform in game. And now moving on into the rainbow flick, but not any rainbow flick while the ball is in the air. If you want to perform it in game, you have to be using a 5-star skiller, that's the only way to perform it in game. And for controls in game, first thing first, you have to start juggling the ball, which is by holding the L2 button and then start tapping the R1 button if you are on PlayStation. If you are on Xbox, hold the LT button and then start tapping the RB button. After that, while your player is juggling the ball, what you have to do, you have to flick your right stick backward and then flick it forward twice. With that, you're gonna see your player performing a rainbow flick while the ball is in the air, which is really cool, and to be honest, it can be effective for you sometimes if you are playing against a weak opponent. Moving on into my favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite fancy skill move to perform, we have got the Bolassi flick. The reason why we don't see it that much in FC24, it's basically because EA changed the controls for the skill move. And of course, as we all know about the Bolassi flick, it requires a player that has got 5-star skill moves. To perform it in game, as we all know in previous FIFAs, you can perform it by only holding the R1 button But this here, if you want to perform it, you have to hold the R1 button and the L2 button on PlayStation, or if you are on Xbox, hold the RB button and the LT button together. And then what you have to do, you have to flick your right stick forward and then flick it again to the right of your player or the left of your player. So basically perform the Berba spin or the Macadie spin while holding the R1 and the L2 button on PlayStation, or the RB and the LT on Xbox. Now, as we all know about the Bolassi flick, it can be really effective in game. It's one of the most fancy skill moves to perform, and after performing the Bolassi flick, you can go for a pass, or you can go for a through pass, or you can go for a cross, or the best scenario is to go for a power shot, and imagine if that goes in after performing the Bolassi flick. Not only that, also you can go for a bicycle kick after performing the Bolassi flick. As we all know, the ball will be in the air. So after you perform the Bolassi flick, hold the L2 button on PlayStation or the LT button on Xbox and then shoot. With that, your player is gonna perform a bicycle kick or a Caesar kick, which is really fancy to perform. Moving on into the fancy drag back, one of the most, if not the most effective skill move I have got for you on this video. It's one of the best 1v1 skill moves that you can use in EAFC24, and it's fancy at the same time. To perform it in game, really easy as well. All you have to do, hold the L2 button on PlayStation or the LT button on Xbox, and then all you have to do, perform a fake shot while moving your player forward. With that, you're gonna see him performing the fake drag back. Like I said about the fake drag back, it's one of the best skill moves to cut inside the box, because your opponent might think you are going for a full drag back. But no, in a second you are inside the box using the fake drag back, and your player is gonna keep the ball really close to him, which is absolutely fantastic. So it's really hard to take the ball off him, and you can easily fool the defenders using the fake drag back. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this was the top 5 most fancy and effective skill moves that you can use in EAFC24. Like I said about the Bolassi flick, it's really fancy in game, we all know it and we all love it. The reason why we don't see it that much in FC24, it's basically because EA changed the controls for it. Now you have to be holding the R1 and the L2 button on PlayStation, or if you are on Xbox, hold the RB and the LT button at the same time. And then of course you have to flick your right stick forward and then flick it again up or down. Not only that, also like I said about the fancy drag back, it's one of the most effective skill moves on this video. It's an absolutely great 1v1 skill move to use in FC24. Use it in game and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. And of course, it's a skill move that requires a player that has got at least 5-star skill moves. So basically, you have to be using a 5-star skiller. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the video done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.